All right, 12. We got, they want you to solve for x and they want you to solve for y. You can't solve two variables without solving one first. This was really not that hard. If you think about it, these are parallel, right? So, we know that, let's say, I bet they have line letters on them or something. Well, let's say that we'll call this line 1 and line 2. Okay? So line 1 is parallel to line 2, y, and that's given. Right? And because that's given, okay, let's also give another one. Okay? Let's say that this is 90 degrees, because that's what a right angle is, correct? Okay? So now we can say that 2x plus 90 is equal to 180. Why can we say that? Why can we say that the 2x plus the 90 is 180? Why are they supplementary? What's the rule? So remember, I'm going to write these 5 rules. Remember, if they're parallel, right? If the lines are parallel, then they are congruent. If they are parallel, then they are supplementary. There's 2 rules here. There's 3 rules here. Okay? So, one rule. Alternate interior angles. Alternate exterior angles. And the hard one. Corresponding angles. Eduardo, are you paying attention? Come on, guys. Alan? Alright. With this one, we're talking about same side interior angles and same side exterior angles. Okay? So remember, same sub. Same sub. Okay? Just if you can remember that, it'll keep everything a lot easier.
What's the third one on the first one?
Corresponding. Sorry, did I write that a little too small? All right. So, which one is this? Well, we know that it is interior, exterior, exterior, right? And then that means that the transversal, right? The transversal is this guy. So we're talking about if it alternates from side to side, then that's meaning that's the alternating part. Okay? So when we look at these 2 numbers right here, do they alternate? No. So they're same side, right? Now don't forget that this is very special. This corresponding is really same side, interior and exterior. Remember that? That's the funky one. It's not alternating. It's the same side, interior and exterior. Okay? So, but remember, one's inside, one's outside. Okay? All the other ones are either inside or they're outside. It's the only one that's both. Okay? So with this one, we know that they're inside, and we know that they're the same side. So that kind of concludes it, right? Same side interior angles. Okay? So if these are parallel, then these are supplementary. Okay? Because they're same side interior angles. Alright. Well, let's solve for x. Minus 90 minus 90. So 2x is equal to what? 90, right? Now, a lot of people would have already seen that. Is that true? Right? You're like, a lot of you would have looked at this and said, well, that means that's 90. Right? But that's why these proofs are hard. You have to explain each step. Okay? Alright, what do we do now? Divide by 2. So we divide by 2, and we get x is equal to 45. That makes sense, right? Okay? So then 4 is, what's that called? What property of equality is that? Division. Okay? So that's not bad. Alright, we know what x is. Alright. Is this angle and this angle, are those the same? Are they congruent?
Which one?
The blue and the blue. So is, in other words, 2x is equal to 3y minus 2x. Or, what am I doing? 3y minus 2x. Is that true? Yeah. Why? Think. Are they alternating? Are they interior or exterior? Interior. So they're alternating interior angles, right? Which are what? Congruent. So if they're congruent, then they're equal, correct? Okay. So we're cheating a little bit, but your book cheats a lot more than us, so I'm okay with it. Okay, you do it like 5 steps in one. So I don't mind that we skip the whole measurement step. Okay? But we do know that they're alternating interior angles. Okay? Alright. Do we know what x is? What is it? 45. So that means that 6 is 2 times 45, which equals 3y minus 2 times 45. Is that correct? And what's that called? Substitution. Right, Alan? Guys, I gotta move those chairs in. Everybody who sits back in those chairs, they always want to just sit back there and chat and talk. I never put them back there. I don't know who decided they could move my chairs, but I'm losing a grip on reality, and I need you guys paying attention. Thank you. All right. What's next? What's 2 times 45? 90. Okay. And so 2 times 45 is 90, right? And what's that called when we just multiply a couple of things? Simplification. Good. So that's simplification. Okay? Alright. And then what? Add 90. And I get 8 is 180 equals 3y, right? And then what do we do? Oh, wait. What is that called? Of equality? Right. Okay. And then what? Divide by 3. And so I get 60 equals y, right? Okay. And so 9 is, what do we call that property? Division property. Of equality. Okay? Alright.
How did you get that 180 again?
180. We added 90 to both sides.
No, at the top. Start.
This one?
Yeah.
We said that this plus this was their supplementary angles, right? Because of this, they're supplementary, and supplementary means that they add to be 180. So, because of this rule right here, this means that two angles, angle 1 plus angle 2 equals 180. That's what supplementary is. So whatever angles we're talking about are going to be, so when they're interior, same side interior, or same side exterior, they're going to be supplementary. Does that make sense? Okay. Alright, and I think that's where we're going right here, right? So on this one, number 13, is this still going? Alright. So, the first thing we know is that L1 and L2, well, they are what we call parallel. Okay? And that's given. Okay? We also know that if it's a right angle, that it's 90, correct? Not 900. 90. Okay? Now watch this. I'm going to do something a little more fun. I'm going to bring you back. I'm going to bring you back to chapter 1. Okay? Think about this, guys. How much is that? How much is that?
180.
Okay. Right? So 90 plus 6y equals 180. But y, what is it called? Alright, this is why we have to have all those things written down. Because we're going to have literally about 200 of these by the end of the year. Okay? Right now, we got an easy 50. Remember when I went through that whole list of things? Vertical angles, linear pairs, supplementary, complementary, all those things from chapter 1. Right? And we just got 5 more this chapter. Okay? So, it's going to be hard to remember these. So, we got to write them down in every single cheat sheet. So what sucks is you actually need to write down the stuff, the vertical angles, all that stuff from the cheat sheet, the first one. If you're having trouble remembering it, you're going to have to put it on this cheat sheet for this test. Because you might need to use it. Okay? Alright, so now what do we do? No. Sad map. Subtraction, addition first, right? So minus 9, minus 9. Okay? And so I get 6y equals 180. Always remember, when you're solving, to use sad map. Okay? Subtraction, addition, division, multiplication. Okay?
180 minus 9 is 180?
No. Sorry. 171. You guys got to really watch me because today, like I said, I'm not thinking straight. My mind's going like somewhere else.
You haven't been.
Huh?
You haven't been.
I know. This is a hard week for me. I'll get better. I'm tough. Alright. So, what is that? What's that called? What property of equality is that? Subtraction. Right? Subtraction. Okay? But I like it. I like hearing it. You guys are speaking it out, and that's what I need. Okay? Then what do? Remember, you go from here to here. Division. Okay? Alright, so we got y is equal to what? Well, does it work? Does it go into it? I don't know. Well, it's a 9, so it might. It's not even, so it won't. Right? If it were even and 3 went into it, so then a 6 would go into it.
Yeah.
Right? I know a 3 goes into it, so we're going to come up with something left over, but that's okay. Wow, that's really not going to be nice, but that's okay. We'll deal with it. So, did I do that right? Looks right.
Yeah.
Alright, so divided by 6, 6 goes into 17 2 times. With how much left over? 5, good. Right? So I put that 5 up there and I start to look at just 5 and the 1. I go, 6 goes into 51 how many times? It goes into 48, right? Goes into 48. How many times? 6 times 8 is 48, right? So 8. And so there's 3 left over. 3 left over the 6. So in essence, I'm going to say that y equals 28 and 1/2. Does that make sense? 28 and 1/2. Okay. But why is that? And that's a property of equality, right, Alan? So what property is that? Division. Good. All right. Then what? Well, we got to figure out this guy. Now, here's the thing. You can use either one. You could go same side exterior, or you could say, let's use a different color. You could say corresponding, right? And then they're congruent. So which one do you want to do? Do you want to do same side exterior, which they add up to be 180? Or do you want to do corresponding where they are congruent? I like congruence. It's a lot easier. Alright. So 6y is equal to 5x plus 4y. Right? And that is because of corresponding angles. Hopefully that thing's still going. Good. We're almost there. What are we going to do now? This isn't 64, this is 6y. Okay? So what do we do with those y's? Substitute. So we're going to say 6 times 28 over, wow, 28. That's a lot. Okay. Let's go, watch this. 171 over 6. Why did I do that? Because that's what that is, right? And I'm going to multiply them, and the 6's will cancel, and it'll be easy. Okay? And that equals 5x times, or plus 4 times 171 over 6. Does that make sense? Okay? And that's okay. Then it's not so bad. It's not so bad. Okay? So, what's that called? Substituting. Okay? Alright. Now, here's the thing. We're starting to run out of juice here, right? So what do? If you need to move it to another spot, what I like to do is just rewrite the 6, okay? And rewrite the 6, okay? And then I'll put that up there as 6 times 171 over 6 equals 5x plus 4 times 171 over 6. 6, not 7. Okay? And then I'll kind of start to move it that way as soon as I can. And that's number 6. Okay? And then it's substitution, and that's okay. All right, next one. So we're actually just going to multiply them, right? Simplify, right? Okay, so 7 is simplify, right? And so we're going to go cut it out. 171 is equal to 5x, right? Plus 4. 4 goes into 6. Well, 2 goes into both of them, right? And there's a 3 left here, and there's a 2 left there, right? Okay. So, well, that's going to be not so nice, but whatever. So that's going to be 2, 2, 14, and 3. So 342 over 3. Okay. All right. Then what are we going to do? What did we get a negative number? Did we write it wrong? 6y, 5x plus 4y. 6 is 90. 6y equals. Oh, that's why.
You're supposed to add.
No, I'm not. Okay. Way back here, what did I do wrong?
You minus
6y equals 9. I don't know where I got that 9 plus 6.
I was supposed to tell you the first thing.
We only have 4 minutes.
We have 4 minutes? Well, let's fix this problem. That's wrong, that's wrong, that's all wrong. But you know what? This is going to be correct. That's exactly what we're going to do, right? All we have is 6y equals 90, right?
Yeah.
Okay. That'll be easy. 6y equals 90 because of their linear pair. Okay. And therefore 90 plus 90 is 180.
We're
Right.
actually adding 2 linear lines to make it 180.
Well, what this has to be 90 because what plus 90 is 180? 90, right? So that means this has to be 90. So I could have said that 6. Oh, I was supposed to say 90. That's why.
6y.
90 plus 6y equals 180. And then we do the subtraction. That's what I was missing.
By 90.
And then I have 6y is equal to 90, right?
Yeah.
And then I have division.
Divided 6 both sides.
And then that would be y is equal to, well, 6 goes into 9 once with 3 left over. 6 goes into 30 5 times. Okay? Oh, so much better. All right. So then we have corresponding, so that means that